All right. Sorry for the wind, everybody. Of course, as soon as I go live, here comes the wind. But I tried to. Every time I try to do this, always something goes wrong. I created this live stream, and of course, you guys already got clicked on it. But then when I went to go live, it's not on here. So it's always something. But welcome in and let a few guys come on in and we'll get to exploring here at the garden spot and see what we can see for the year. Starting off so far pretty good. Hadn't been here for a little bit, probably 2 or 3 days, and boy, I'm telling you, the what's up, bro? Where'd you go? Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you, Miles, a brother, literal brother. Jana, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Uh, we're out here in the front yard. Just hopefully the wind stays down some. It's been kind of windy. Had a days and days of storms. Welcome in, Doc. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Seems like the mornings start off fine, but by the end of the day, we got rain and thunderstorms and tornadoes or whatever. But right now, the garden needs it. Jen, I probably did. I'll just have to look at it. I hadn't had time to do emails and all that lately because yesterday we were gone all day with Hope doing doctor's appointments. So, welcome in, Edith. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate that. Jackie, thank you so much for coming in. It's good to see you. Uh, yeah, it's been pretty bad weather the last few days. Hopefully, that's over with for a little bit, but who knows? I know the weather's supposed to change. It's supposed to get a little bit colder, but which that's the reason why we have not planted our tomato plants that we bought. They're put in the house for now. They made it through some of the storms, so. But anyway, I guess we'll start right here. I don't know if y'all got to see this last year or not, but right here in the front yard, we made a little fire ring and a place to do roast marshmallows and all that stuff. Hope wanted to do that, so of course, Dad's like, well, why not? We need to do something like that. So we dug some blocks up and put that out there, and you guys saw the wood cook stove thing that I've got and one I've been making, but over here against away from the house but against it is a pile of wood for that. So come this winter time, if we have any emergencies, we'll be able to use that. And then right down here is the pot that I bought. I wanted to show y'all that. It's a big old pot. Like I said, it's been cracked and fixed, but we'll still use it. But that thing will come in handy. You can even use that can and just set it on the fire with water in it. You can actually can jars like that with it. Let's see. I got the cherry tree cut down. I still need to cut that stump off, but I got to get a new chainsaw blade for that. Mine is very dull, and we had to cut this grapevine that's right here out of that tree, which I need to get that up off the ground too. That's another project I need to do, but uh, we'll come out here to the garden. And man, the potatoes that we got coming up are awesome. Some of them are huge already. We started here, went all the way down, and they're spotty, but they're still coming up. There's some bigger plants and smaller plants, and all of these were planted at the same time. And there's a few down through there, but there's also some skips. But just behind there is the cabbage plants going all the way down. I think Dad counted 48 cabbage plants, so that's going to make some plenty good kraut for the year. I don't really eat a lot of it, but I do like it on a good chili dog every once in a while. So Dad eats it all the time, and Autumn likes to eat it with like sausage and tomatoes. So she eats that a lot. And of course, our little shorty row of onions right here. Kind of run out before we got to the very end, but yeah, we plan on all this will be full after May gets here. We're waiting on May to get here so the cold spells are gone so we can actually get this thing planted. But plan on putting tomatoes in here and some more cucumbers and okra, and we'll have squash, maybe some zucchini, some corn, watermelons, cantaloupes. Some of that stuff will be down in the other one, which we still have not gotten cut up yet. But down in, there's a couple of spots out through here where we got some volunteers. You know, those plants that come back from last year? We have a few of those. I think some of them's right up here. I think we have 2 cucumber plants that's come up on their own. Let's see, where did let's see, one of them's right there. The only like mildly green thing even in there. There's one. Then there was another one somewhere. Oh yeah, right down there where you see that little scrape place. There's one. And then somewhere right out in the middle is the okra. But and there's another one with a stick. And boy, that plant right there is already getting tall. I marked that one with a stick so we could see it. But just before the rain came, I got right in this section right here, and we tilled it really good and then raked it, which all of this came out of there. That's what all this is. And we may plant some strawberries up here in this part. We just got to get a lot of grass out of it. And then right through that middle section, I really need to get that and do it the same way. Till it good and then rake the grass out. And way in the middle, very center, there is a corn bush that's volunteered there. So we got some volunteers this year. Recently, back last year, all of this sold. This whole piece of land right here that's just green. It was taller than me in weeds, and it sold to whoever way across the field where you see that fence. They bought all this. And the year before they stopped farming this, they did cotton here. And I actually got to take a picture of Hope standing in the cotton field. So we have that picture put up. It's just a memory from this field because we don't know what they're going to do with this. This could be houses or who knows, but we don't know what's going to come of that. But yeah, we still got a few of the collard turnip greens, whatever it was. That big plant with the yellow there, and then right here, there's a few out through there. from last year that stayed with us. And then right out where the scrap pile is, there's actually some asparagus that's came back up. That's what this is. It's asparagus that went to seed. Normally, when it gets about 6 inches long, we cut it up and eat it. So I like to eat it raw. It's good like that. But the big garden tiller that y'all see right there, we can't use that thing anymore. Not till I get it fixed. When I was tilling the garden with it, I think the bearings went out in the front end of it, so we won't be able to use it until I get that fixed, which I'll have to do. But look at the mulberry tree, guys. Already got mulberries on it. Pretty and red. This tree's been here. It come off of a bigger tree that was way off out in the field. And this spot right here, it's just a field right now, but when it dries up, we're going to have a local farmer come in here and turn it for us. And we're going to do our squash, watermelons, cantaloupes, corn, and zucchini right here. Like we did last year. We just got to get the guy to come in and cut it for us. But let's see. Now the pear tree started putting on, and I cut about half the limbs off of that thing because it was just way too much. It still needs more trimmed off of it, I think. But I cut what my dad would let me cut. He's particular. He don't want it all cut off at once. But the newest addition is right up here. I got the streamers going. These streamers are to keep the birds out of our blueberries. This is some of the new ones right here. See, it already has blueberries on it. And this one is a Premier brand that we bought. Welcome in, Miss Niecy. Good to see you. Thanks so much. And this one's our dwarf blueberry bush. As you can already see, this thing's loaded. But these little streamers, they actually keep the birds out. They don't like all this fluttering around, which it's already got caught up in the dang blueberries, but that'll be all right. Now these two bushes right here, look how big the blueberries are on this. But these two are called Georgia Gem. They're self-pollinating blueberry bushes. And Dad gave $20 a piece for them. And then all these little purple ones, it's actually little littlings off of this plum tree, which the plum tree, we had a few on it, but they were never edible. They were just small. But yeah, these blueberry bushes that we got right here, hopefully these 2 or 3 are supposed to get big, big, big. And then this one, it's just going to stay this size. Because like I said, it's a dwarf size, little small blueberry bush. But boy, does it's a high yielding little sucker. We'll have those to eat on. Welcome in, David. Good to see you. Thanks so much. And then about all we got to show this time. Don't have a lot, but some of the stuff's doing really good. I hope that the cabbage plants make it good this year. Like I said, we want to put up a bunch of kraut. I put up 6 or 8 jars last year, but Dad put them all away and then forgot where they're at, and I hadn't been able to find them. So That don't really do us any good. But and then out there on that fence post, help keep, which it doesn't work because there's literally a bird right there. It's supposed to help keep crows and stuff out of your garden. And then I got an owl to put up too, but it's in the house. But I just hope the garden does really good this year. We're going to try to. I wanted to downsize this year, just do this top garden, which I may still just do this top garden because all we need is just enough to keep us fed, really. But most of the time, we end up with so much we can't get rid of it, so we start sharing it, giving it out, helping everybody else with it. But uh, I'm about the only one that really does this garden because Dad's not able to. He ain't able to get down and get up and everything. But we're for sure using this part. It's already working and got stuff in it. I can't wait to get the rest of it in it. Don't know exactly what's going to go where yet. We'll learn that as May gets here, which ain't but just a few days away. So, once this last cold snap gets gone, we'll start getting tomatoes in here and uh, get some cucumbers going, which is my favorite part. I love cucumbers. But yeah, here's our tomato baskets, what I have left. I had a bunch of them, but they got stolen. Don't know where they all went off to. But plenty going on here in the garden. And welcome in there, JD. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Daryl, thank everybody for coming in. Man, cucumbers are so good. But this garden right now is just absolutely drenched. Because, like I said, we've had like heavy rains for just days. But that's going to help this stuff so much. These two lines of grass that you see, the reason why I haven't hoed it out is because that's where the other potatoes are. And I'd hate to get in here and hoe the grass. And like right there is a little potato plant coming up. And I'd hate to hoe that thing down. So we're going to give it a little more time and let some of these come up. And then we will, it'll start looking like this, not so much grass and stuff. But I've been at it, well, really since the 1st of April. Been out here every week tilling through the garden and just trying to keep it going. But something that's weird is potatoes are right here, but for some reason there's potatoes right there coming up. So who knows what that's from? It could be a volunteer from last year. But really, oh yeah, deep freezer will definitely be full. But it's kind of weird. I'm wearing a coat. It's kind of cold today, a little bit. Uh, Strange, anyway. That's one reason why we don't have potato plants. I mean, tomato plants out here. Welcome in, Jane. Good to see you. Because the tomato plants do not like the cold at all. Dad has those inside. And folks, you would not believe what they're trying to cost for plants. We went 2 Sundays ago to buy the cabbage and tomatoes. They wanted $32 for a flat. And I was just like, there's no way we're paying that. And luckily, one of our local grocery stores has I don't know if they're a farmer or what, but they bring out a couple of those little stands that puts plants to sell, and we gave $18 for 48 plants. of the cabbage and the corn. Dad planted the cabbage, and we just decided because there's been a lot of people planting a lot of that type of stuff already, and we just always wait till May because there's always those strange little cold snaps like today that some of your plants just don't like. And it's kind of, you don't want to have to spend, $25 on plants to have them all die because of cold. So, uh, I think next year, instead of paying for the plants, I think we're going to try to do our own, maybe, do the little cups with the seeds in it and save ourselves some money. Uh, but gardening is a lot of work, but by golly, it is some mighty good eating. So, looking forward to all of this. And we try to help other families. There's folks that we know that's not able to garden that we try to share with if we have an abundance. Last year, we were able to can quite a few potatoes. We didn't do near as much as we did this year, but now for us, raccoons and deer is not really an issue because these fields push the tree lines like way back. It's probably half a mile from the garden to like the closest tree line. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but right in there is a little bit of a rainbow. Let's see. Somewhere right in there is like a little strip of rainbow. That's kind of neat. But I think most of our problem is little rabbits. Rabbits like to come in, but since they took these fields that was back here just like growing higher than my head, and they uh, cut all that down, I think that the rabbits and stuff will be a lot. They'll stay out a lot more than they normally do because uh, the falcons and the hawks and all that, they love this area over here, and little rabbits don't last long. Uh, Now in this spot right here, uh, this is where Dad had his old red pickup truck, and sadly he sold it. I had many memories in that thing. He'd haul wood in it and stuff, but a man come up and he fixes up trucks, and he's like, I really like to have it. He gave him some money for it, and that thing's gone now. It's out of the way. Uh, the two that sit around here are mine. That's my old Fairlane that my grandfather bought me when I turned 16. And on that end of the yard, the old white truck, that was actually my mom's pickup truck. And Dad gave it to me once she passed away. And I'm not getting rid of that either. I've been slowly fixing it up. I put a new fuel pump in it, and new grill, and put a new set of headlights and taillights on it. And this old Fairlane is rough stuff, though, boy. She's an Arkansas car, and the reason why it's so low in the back is because those salty roads rusted the leaf springs nearly half in two. The motor for that car is actually out there behind that junk pile. When my grandpa brought it up here, he brought an engine for it, but my dad did not see it and ran it over with his truck and ruined that thing. So it's just sitting out there when I haul the rest of the scrap pile we have off. Yeah, the bottom of it is some eaten up, which I've actually, I have been working on replacing a lot of that sheet metal. I put some floors in it. It had big holes in it, and I put some factory replacement floors in it, and I actually painted in under the hood, so it looks like it's all new in there, but it just sets until, the typical money problem, but it ain't going anywhere, that's for sure. I fix on it whenever I can, but my grandpa, he's not in that good of shape anymore. It makes stuff mean even more. But I just cannot believe. Yeah, it sure does. I can't believe how tall these plants are. Just it seems like a week ago they were as big as those little ones there, but these things, some of these are big. But this place right here, I know a lot of people, they see a place like this and they don't think much of it. But this is the place that I grew up in the mountains here in Appalachia, and these trees that's here in the front yard, they're every bit of 150 years old. And in front of this house used to actually be a house, and the house that was here still exists, but it moved down the road about half a mile or two, and been many a families through this place. But mom and dad have owned it for probably 30 years, maybe more, 35 years, something. I don't know how long they've owned this, but it's a long time. But this place holds a special place in my heart and my brother's, because, like I said, this is where we were raised up as kids, and it's where Dad still lives today. He's in the house. He actually come out earlier. I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he seen the phone, and he's just like, "Yep, I know what you're doing." He went in the house. So. And it also looks like our scarecrow's doing pretty good still. That's from last year. I have another one out in the grass field, what looks funny. Looks like a field of grass with a scarecrow in it. Looks like he's guarding the grass, but it won't be grass for long. As soon as we get that farmer out here to cut it up with his big garden or big tractor for us. Let's see, electric company said they were going to cut it down. Well, the guy do that and gonna fight. Yeah, right. Yeah, electric companies really like to cut down these big old trees, but my wife's grandmother, they had a tree just like these, and they caught them gone, and they started trimming it the wrong time of the year, and it actually killed the tree. But I have a pole saw, so I try to trim them, which these need it now, but I try to keep trimmed out of the road when I can. But gotta love the trees. They've been there for a long time. They've been through. These trees have been through two EF5 tornadoes. Actually went the tree line way back there, and then went across the field out through here. And at the time, the house that's out there was not there. It was just a field. But back years ago, probably 2 years ago, uh, bottle rocket attack. Yeah, I remember that. Uh, that storm that come through. It was a pretty bad storm. There was people that lost their lives in it, but I think it was called an Appalachian storm splitter story. But this is something I swear to even this day. That tornado was coming right through the field, right, like it was coming like right at us, and my dad got out in the yard and was like on his hands and knees. It was the rain and the wind, 100-mile-an-hour winds, and he was just praying that this thing moved and that's when it started to ease away, and then went through and bypassed the house. Like, it was the craziest thing that I've ever seen. But there's power in prayer. We all know that. But many storms has come through here, and these trees here, they've made it through it so many times. But makes you wonder all the history that those things have seen over the years, because 150 years is a very, very long time. Very long time. But I just like to say I appreciate all you guys coming out and joining with us and checking out the spring garden and getting ready to plant the rest of this here in probably a week or two. We'll be out here turning this again and getting it raked and getting ready to plant tomatoes and everything else. So appreciate you guys coming in and checking it out, and thank all of you for chatting with us, and special thank you for the Appalachian Storyteller for jumping in. I appreciate that. That was an honor. If you guys don't have that channel, you got to go watch it, because there is some good stuff on that channel. 100%. It's good to spend time with all of you guys, and just like I said, we're all one big happy family. So we just out here sharing our little piece of the mountain with you guys. And, oh yeah, I got to put up that little short with the first rose of the year. That wasn't taken from here. That was my house, which I've never shown you guys my flower beds out there. I don't have any garden there. It's too rocky. But got some pretty flowers coming in. I've always grown something. For probably 6 or 8 years after Mom passed, we didn't do any gardening at all here. But finally, last year, year before last year, 2 years ago, I did a small patch. And then last year we did both gardens. But love it, and got all kind of stuff to can and stuff playing. So good old mountain cooking and eating and all that good stuff. But like I said, I appreciate you guys coming out here and joining us today, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week and weekend, and try to stay warm for the next few days, because it's supposed to start getting even colder. And next week we'll get back into some of our stories that we read, and the video that was actually supposed to come out yesterday was sent in by our brother David Blair. Good, pretty good story. Like I said, it's a tearjerker. Sad story, but I will finish that up, and it'll be up this coming Wednesday. I just couldn't get it finished with being in Birmingham until I think we left here at 7, and we didn't get back home until I guess it was 4 in the afternoon, 5 o'clock. So we were gone all day to her doctor's appointment, which her sugar's doing really good. They had to up her thyroid medicine, because it's just not been working that good. As she gets older, of course, I have to increase dosage. But something new that's come up, and I've never heard of, is a 12-year-old with high cholesterol. So that's something new that they're working on. And, I asked them, is it something that I'm doing? And they told us that it hurt the cholesterol, whatever it is. It's nothing from her food. It's just her body's creating way too much of it. So they're trying to get that under control, which they will. They're really awesome doctors down in Birmingham at the Children's Hospital. They've been doing us very well. They keep us in check. We have to take little tests every time we go just to make sure that we remember how to take care of her, which we always ace them, of course. But anyway, I appreciate you guys just keeping her in your prayers and us, and I appreciate all the support you guys have given. And I guess until next week, we'll see each and every one of y'all later. We'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.